Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Wingman Wisdom. And yes, today I am hot. I am wearing my pepper shirt because I'm hoping to maybe cool down by the end of this video, but the natives are restless. I don't know if it is the economy in general. I don't know if it's people have got cabin fever. They're waiting for springtime and camping season to begin, but the natives are restless. And as the RV wingman, I do my very best to communicate with you honestly, openly. Not that I have all the answers, but I've got some things, some perspective I think that are worth considering. I know many of you are much wiser, smarter, more experienced than I am, and I value each and every one of you that's watching this video. But today, I've just pushed over the edge. I'm going to read you an email, another disappointed RV owner, and in hopes, and then I'm going to give you some hope, but I'm hoping that you'll learn something from this because this guy's not alone. I think he is the exception rather than the rule, but there are a lot of people out there that are in this guy's situation. And so you may recall in January, the Van Lee, the division of Tiffin under the Thor umbrella, Van Lee decided to close its doors. That was very, very sad, disappointing news for sure. And I mentioned that I think that was just the first of what might be many closures, plant closures. And I don't know anything probably that you don't know, but I just have gut feels for certain things. And I believe that 2023 is not going to be a good year, not just for RV manufacturers, but for a lot of RVers. So if you would, I want to know what you think about this video. Wait till the end. And I'm going to give you some advice if you're thinking about buying a new RV, especially if you're a newbie, Some concrete things that you can do to help prevent yourself from being found in RV purgatory. So this is an email that came in from Robert in New Jersey, and I'm going to dissect it and we're going to go through it. So let's jump over here. Hello, Alan. I started to watch your YouTube videos not long after purchasing our travel trailer. People start watching after they make their purchase. How about before? We purchased our first travel trailer, a 2022 Heartland Pioneer BH270. The trailer itself we thought was a good buy. Budget-wise, fell in just around our monthly payment. I've heard many, many things about Heartland, and not many of them are very good. Heartland, I believe, is towards the bottom end of quality, at least many of them that have come out of the plants. Yes, they're affordable. Why? Because they're cheaply made. And if you find an RV that just barely fits your budget and you're going, thumbs up on that deal, we're going to buy this RV, don't be surprised if you haven't done your homework that you have purchased. It may not be a lemon, it may feel like a lemon to you, but an RV that's just, crappily made. Is that a word, crappily? I don't know. Let's call it a word. Rob goes on, he says, as I was de-winterizing the unit and testing everything, found the AC unit was not working. Scheduled appointment to get looked at, and that was where we started seeing how Camping World Heartland would treat the warranty issues. May of 2022, AC was denied. Was told I had changed the unit out to a brand that they did not use, Advent. So Camping World told me it was the way they put issue in and was able to change. May through October was leaking water. After change out, that at first they argued with me on the unit, later found out from Heartland it was denied and never approved. As we used the sink, the unit sink was leaking. I fixed that. It had a cardboard washer instead of a rubber washer installed. Check out the picture he sent. This is what Heartland made a brand new RV. Look at a cardboard washer for your sink. What could go wrong? This is just terrible, isn't it? The combination of Camping World, which I am no fan of, and Heartland, it's a bad, bad story for this guy. He goes on, he says, come on, Alan, push the right button. There you go. We started to notice the ceiling bubbling and trim falling off. No water displaying. Do expect some items while traveling, but not 2 months after purchasing. On second trip, a couple of pics. He sent some more pictures that are equally as bad as that cardboard washer. Took it in again for the AC leaking, sink issues, ceiling issues. They tried to upsell me on caulking the roof again and UV roof, and I was not taking care of it. I told them it was only 5 months old. I wash and clean the trailer after each trip. I stated I was and I was told had 2-year protection on it, but I did myself and repaired caulk areas that bubbled up. September 2022, the front bedroom wall and frame seemed to have shifted, and he sent pictures of that as well. I won't go into it. I contacted Heartland. They said to get a service provider and pay to get fixed and would deem what they will pay back. What would you do? Would you go and get all that work done and then send them the bill and go, well, okay, we're going to pay it all. We're going to pay 50% of it. What would you do? Let me find out what Rob did. Here we go. I told them no, and at that point have not returned any response since last July to me. I took the unit back again in October. They're supposed to have corrected some stuff that had already winterized as the unit. It just fell apart. This sounds like a guy that had high hopes and as I say, found himself in purgatory and everything just fell apart. Currently, we have the unit in a Camping World location we bought from and supposed to be getting all fixed, but took 2 months just to get that far. We dropped back off on December 30th, 2022. At this point, still not fixed and parts were all broke. I'm not positive unit would be fixed and is band-aided to get by. I was already checking into lemon law with the man you offer, and Camping World seems to know how that works. I wonder why. There was a lot more, but here are just some points. Rob from New Jersey. Rob, I wish I had some magic words to say, but I do thank you for sharing your story. Your story, while it is the exception rather than the rule, it is all too common. All too common. I'm going to give you my response. And the reason I am is because this is how I want to respond to too many people. And I'm not going to take more than a couple of hours a day to respond to emails. I'm supposed to be retired. I love what I do, but sometimes when I get so much, it's like just being overwhelmed. And I'm going to respond. I'm going to read that response here in just a second. First, if you're thinking about buying an RV, yes, I have an RV buying report. You can download it for free. Go to freervreport.com. You can download it. I'm not selling anything. I'm trying to prevent you from being ripped off. Here's one thing you can do, especially if you are a first-time, a newbie. Go to campgrounds, not to the RV dealer. The RV dealer is there to sell you. The people at campgrounds are using what you're going to probably want to buy. Go to a busy campground. Check in with the office. I'm a former campground owner. We had very few people do this, but whenever they did, I said, take your time. I want happy campers. Go to a campground. Go to the office. Tell them you're not there to camp yet, but you're there to just look around. They'll let you drive around. Take a notepad with you. Go look for RVs that are like the one that you are dreaming about. Look for vehicles like your tow vehicle. What are you going to drag your trailer with? Look for people that have the same kind of a truck that you do. Go and talk to them. RVers are friendly people. They will tell you pretty much, they'll spill their guts to you. Don't spend all day with them, but I'm telling you, you will find out things about that unit that the dealer will never tell you. Write that stuff down. It's you need to write it down like a debriefing so you don't forget these things. And then next weekend, go to another campground. Whatever unit you like, whatever RV you say, now that one looks pretty good to me. Talk to those people. Ask them questions. More than talking, you need to listen. Listen and write things down. Not just how do they feel about their RV, but who do they buy it from? Did they have a good buying experience? Would they recommend that RV dealer? That's better than an online review. It's better than going to the dealership. Go to a campground. RV shows are going on right now. A lot of big ones are already in the rearview mirror, so to speak. But I would say, yeah, go to RV shows. Dream, but hold on to your wallet. Don't make that decision until you've done your homework. The other thing is expectations. People have got such high expectations, and I understand that. Tensions are high right now. The economy is pretty crappy. And people are uptight. I see it in my Facebook groups. As I say, the natives are restless. And so our expectations, if our expectations are too high, nothing's going to meet those expectations. Then we're setting ourselves up for disappointment. RVs break. All of them break. If you don't take care of them, all of them will break even more. They are not difficult to fix, but it will take time. It will take a little bit of money, sometimes more than a little bit of money. But the joy you will get from RVing, if you like being in the out of doors, you like connecting with your family, you like the smell of fresh air. That's not always perfect, but I'm telling you, it's a whole lot better than staying on the asphalt. RVing is fun. It's affordable. You don't have to go out and spend a ton of money to get a decent RV. Well, I know the prices are high now. They are, but they have come down, haven't they? So here's my response that I said back over here to Rob. You may not like it, you may disagree, but I would love to hear from you. I said, sorry to hear about your RV nightmare. Not sure I can give you much comfort, but I can give you my reaction to your email. Here goes. Your situation with Camping World and Heartland are not surprising. I hear nightmare stories about both, and when it is Camping World and Heartland, yikes. And I mean it, yikes. While I'm not a lawyer, my gut tells me you don't have a lemon case. Yes, you seem to have serious issues, but depending on the state, you can find out if you have an actual lemon law case or not. You can go in the description of this video, you click on the word more, it'll open up, you go to rvlemonlaw.com. I don't know, the nation's foremost RV lemon lawyer is there, a link to his site where they will give you a free evaluation if you think you might have a lemon RV. But Rob, I'm sorry, I don't think that you do. But again, I am not a lawyer. Number 3, as you know, the economy is on shaky ground. Many businesses are laying people off and the future is uncertain. I believe we're going to be seeing many RV plants shuttering this year. Van Lee has already ceased production. I mentioned that earlier. Unfortunately for their employees and owners, because they were made pretty well, but the parent company likely looked at the cost, benefit, profit picture, decided it was best to close down. 5, it wouldn't surprise me if Heartland were to be a casualty in 2023. I know you don't want to hear that if you're a Heartland owner. I know that Heartland dealers don't want to hear that. But if there were, I don't know, a list of some of the brands that probably ought to go bye-bye, I think Heartland might be on that list. Just saying. Anybody from Heartland want to take issue with me? It's okay. I understand. I'm not trying to ruffle feathers. I'm trying to be honest here, and I welcome opposing points of view and opposing opinions. Lastly, I say that the market for selling used RVs is quite soft right now. There's a huge supply of people who bought in the past couple of years, seem to be disillusioned and giving up on RVing. I think many of the units that were purchased during the COVID craze are units that are not built very well. And people rushed out and they bought them. It was an emotional decision and they're paying for it right now. So what do? As I said, go visit campgrounds. There are no perfect RVs, but the people at RV are pretty dang cool. And most of them are pretty honest most of the time. And if you will go to a campground, spend time, do your homework. I'm not trying to hammer you, I promise. I want to see positive emails come into me. If you have a positive experience with your dealer, if you have a great RV dealer, one where you had a superior buying experience, if you've had a good ownership experience, please help me grow my list of vetted Wingman approved dealers. You can post a comment down below, or better yet, I love listening to voicemails. My voicemail, you can call me 24 hours a day, leave a message up to 3 or 4 minutes long. Why is your dealer a great dealer? I want to build this list, not only have the free RV reports, but have these vetted dealers that you and I can trust, that we can count on around this country. So I'm sorry for the long email today or the long video today, but I wanted to read this to you and say that there is hope. There really is. Together, we can make better decisions. Don't just make an emotional one. I need to get an RV. Oh, we've saved up. Let's go buy one. Don't do that. Start looking around. Take your time. Find the right unit. Find one that your truck will tow. Find a dealer that you can trust. I'm Alan Warren. I'm the RV Wingman, and I want to hear from you. Thank you so much. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. I'll see you again soon.